Hey, welcome to the attic. I'm Manadad, playing some best of one in Strixhaven draft here. Multiple choice is among the most winning, highest win percentage rares, I believe, or was last time I checked. So I think that's a snap pick. Otherwise, Quintorius is a real key piece, it seems, of the grindier lorehold builds. Cultivate's a real strong card. Ramp and fixing, all in one card. I like Combat Professor. Test summoning's okay among the summonings. But yeah, I've had a couple drafts where I haven't stayed open, and I need to try and stay open. You really get rewarded, I think, if you can find the open lane in this, and you really get punished if you don't. So we'll take multiple choice, but we'll try to stay open, even though it's a very good card. And there's Urza's Rage is very good too. Just a 3-mana instant, deal 3. And then if you happen to top deck it when you have a lot of mana, about 11 mana, you can deal 10. Maybe pull that off if you get a channel. Otherwise, the emergent sequence is quite good. Practical research we don't need with multiple choice. Inkling summoning is the best in terms of win percentage of the summonings. Doesn't hurt to spec on Silverquill early too. Rise of Extus. There's a Mage Hunter. The Silverquill Pledge Mage. Good pack for Silverquill. Guiding Voice. I'm going to take the removal spell. Also gotten burned here by not taking removal spells. Alright, so there's Elemental Masterpiece, which is pretty cool. We don't have any learns or any lessons, right? That's what's missing from the page, from this pack here. Culmination of Studies is disappointing in my opinion. So if we're in teamer colors, we could go Field Trip, or we could try to take the Elemental Masterpiece. In my experience, these were not going very late. I'd like to take the Field Trip, or maybe even the Snakeskin Veil. Campus Guide. Take the Field Trip. That does have Learn. Okay, what's the best card here? Arcane Subtraction or the Spectacle Mage is quite good. Arcane Subtraction can be played in more decks. Again, the lessons are missing, because we have to compete hard for lessons against this crowd here. Huh. Maybe we'll take Arcane Subtraction. We really want to play multiple choice. Hard to lose Spectacle Mage, but... Okay, Verdant Mastery. I believe this is the one that's not that great. So many words for a card that's just search your library for 4 basic lands, put 1 onto the battlefield under opponent's control. If you paid the cheap version, put 2 and the rest into your hand. I think we'll just take the Expanded Anatomy now. We've got 2 learn cards. This is a very good common lesson. Not a lot else here. I guess Stonerise Spirit might be good in red-white or white-black. Overgrown Arch is quite good in black-green. So those could be somewhat of a signal. And Anatomy is a signal, though, that now we can get a Fractal Summoning, which is another really good lesson. If your deck gets to the late game, this is the lesson you're going to be getting a lot. Tendrils of Agony is interesting. A good mix of colors here. I can't really tell what's open yet. But Claim the Firstborn is pretty fun in this format because people do make the giant tokens. So like a red-white aggro deck, that would be pretty good. Otherwise, we got Ether Helix, which is removal. I think I'm going to take that. We've also got, we could have Arcane Subtraction number 2. The lesson board is okay. Huh. Yeah, I like Ether Helix. It's kind of a 2-for-1. Now we're kind of on a teamer deck. Containment Breach. I mean, not super excited about what's here. I don't think we get any really strong signals. Maybe just take the Biblioplex Assistant. We're likely to have some good spells. Okay, now red is very strong in this pack. So maybe we should be blue-red splash green. Should consider it. Best blue-red spell here is maybe Twin Scroll Shaman. We should have considered the Campus Guide. Okay, well that's way too late for an Inkling summoning. Let's take that. We're really not those colors, but we got Practical Research. We got a Campus Guide. We got a Test of Talents. We've already got a lot of big spells. Let me just take Test of Talents. What is essentially a negate here in this format, because there are very few things that are not instants or sorceries that are non-creature spells. Make your mark. You can play in just about anything. And a Prismari Campus. And the Befuddler. And Claim the Firstborn came back. Ooh, Demonic Tutor. If we were to go black, it would be maybe splashing from green-blue, which is possible. It's not like their red is that strong. Otherwise, Augment or Pugilist is quite good. Maybe we should just take the Pugilist. Taking the Mythic for collection building. Oh, jeez. Alright. Oh, well, this Flamepainter is ridiculously good. That's a bomby bomb. So let's plan to be blue-red. We've already got one fractal summoning, so the second one doesn't, it's not as good. So, Serpentine Curve. I think I take that over Mentor's Guidance. Although, already got some draw spells, right? We got multiple choice. There's Eureka Moment. I'll take the creature, I think. Tough. Oh god. 2 Flame Painters? Okay. Well, and a Plarg. I guess red is open from this direction. So, take the green out for a second. There's another Arcane Subtraction. Take that over first day of class. Here's the white. Okay, so do we finally hit the person who's in red? Infuriate is so good with the double strikers. There's also Prismari Pledge Mage. And Introduction of Prophecy, which we'd like. But we have 3 double strikers in here so far. Plus it just coming back with the Flame Painters. Oh, okay, I think I'll take the Pledge Mage now. Quandrix Campus. Does Teach by Example, does that work with the Flame Painters? Yeah. Alright, let's take the combat tricks pretty highly. And the Twin Squirrel Shamans. Oh, but there's a Spectacle Mage. Kind of all in on the double strike plan, but I mean, you gotta take the Spectacle Mage, right? This can also be good to pump up, right? Because it's in the air. Right now we got Make Your Mark. Take another Make Your Mark, I think. Hall Monitor is decent too. Resculpt. Would we ever play that? So we'll take the bad lesson. Okay, so now we want, with these Flame Painters, we want some spells we can recast. Yeah, so we want spells that come down ahead of them and spells that are really big, powerful effects. We really want an elemental summoning. Very badly. So then you got 4-drop into 5-drop. And the expanded anatomy is good. Does. Square up. Wonder if that's really good with the double strikers. Would we take that over the Befuddler? Maybe we would. Is that crazy? Oh, pump spell. That late. Beautiful. Maybe Defiance is good too. Body of Research. Oh. If I should just take it to deck build. We got Frost Trickster here. And Spirit Summoning. Huh. The fun card. We're just gonna pass it though. I like the Frost Trickster for these aggro decks. There's an elemental summoning. Quandrix Pledge Mage might be okay. Burying Books would be good for us too, huh? We have to pass one or the other. I think we got enough learn here that we don't want to be sure to have the elemental summoning. Yeah, we better take it now. Ooh. Reflective Golem is good. We get getting choked, I think, at a 3-drop spot. Got 1 Frost Trickster, 1 Twin Squirrel Shaman, 1 Spectacle Mage. Spectacle Mages don't even do that much for us. Take the Reflective Golem. Black is very open in this pack. Illustrious Historian's okay. I think we can take the Spectacle Mage now. Take the Campus Guide. Or the Spirit Summoning. take Spectacle Mages. Nobody wants the Spectacle Mages. This is a good spell to replay, the Pigment Storm. I hate to pass the Introduction to Prophecy, but so it must go. And here's the Elemental Masterpiece. That's just broken. I guess we need the sudden breakthrough, though. We need these cheap pump spells. Goal is just to land a double striker and pump, pump, pump. The Prismari Apprentice. We don't need either of these 4-drops. Just collection build. I think our 4-drop slot is pretty good with the Flame Painters and the Serpentine Curve. Wow, Burying Books Wield. Thank you very much. Square up. No, thank you. Enthusiastic Study is going to be better than that. And Zephyr Boots, we might play. Excuse me. How's everybody doing today? Start thinking about how many wins you think this deck will get. We'll do a little survey here in a second. Lorehold Apprentice, yeah, let's just collection build. I think Prismari was open because we just kept seeing so many of these Spectacle Mages. Problem is Quandrix can splash the big Prismari spells. But I kind of like this low to the ground. Hey, we'll take another campus, sure. Campus Guide, probably won't play it. Might possibly play it. Yeah, we even got some gems. Alright, deck building time. If you are not a subscriber and you like watching draft videos and other Magic the Gathering things, consider subscribing. Thank you to everyone who is a subscriber. Appreciate when you hit those likes and leave those comments. This is a small channel, helps out a lot. We are pretty low on creatures, right? 13 creatures, that's not terrible. We're very low curve. We could probably go down 1 land, especially if we keep the campus guide. Went down land, it would be the island. And then make your mark. The multiple choice is our big top end there. Arcane Subtraction. Gonna get us to our learn board. Barog Befuddler. That's iffy. Test of Talents. That's iffy. What kind of a more aggro deck? Plarg. Just a good solid 2/2 that lets us loot. Sudden Breakthrough is great. Apprentice is great. Pledge Mage is great. Campus Guide, maybe. Frost Trickster I think is going to be good here. Enthusiastic Study, Twin Scroll Shaman, Urza's Rage, Spectacle Mages, Reflective Golem. We have a lot of 3-drops here. Guess it was a shame we passed that other Twin Scroll Shaman. It would be fun to have 2 of those and 2 Flame Painters. This Flame Painter is a house, though. We just have to like get it out and start connecting with it. So, I kind of like having a Test of Talents to protect the Flame Painter. Oh, that implies having more mana. Having enough 2-drops here is good. Let's cut the Befuddler. And then it's question is the Campus Guide. I think the Campus Guide is going to let us keep hands that we couldn't normally. So I'm going to take that out. But we should think about when we have the Campus Guide in hand if we would rather have gotten Test of Talents. See how it goes. Alright, so if you think this deck will get more than 4 wins, hit the thumbs up. If you think it'll get fewer than 4 wins, hit the thumbs down. And let's see how it goes. Up against Burbs. Burbs Biglia. We got 1 creature. We'll keep it. As long as we can hold up Make Your Mark, though, I think Plarg will be in good shape. There's another creature. Black, white, green. Play a creature. Opponent, I dare ya. Implementor. Sure. For 3 mana, we could scry 1 draw and make them bounce a creature. Although they bounce the Biomathematician at this point, I think. What do we get? Expanded Anatomy? Elemental Summoning, because if we get 1 more land and get down the Spectacle Mage. Could have been a reckless attack. Maybe I should have just planned to do the Spectacle Mage this turn. Not really critical for us to learn yet. Does put more stuff in the graveyard for Serpentine Curve. Oop, sorry for everyone listening through headphones on that. Oh, we have to get to 5 to do all of that. Let's hope we get that land off the top. No. Not. Yeah, let's still go for it. Got Arcane Subtraction. We could have Plarg die into a 3/2. This thing can get way out of control. A cheaper Quandrix Pledge Mage. Cheaper, better Quandrix Pledge Mage. I guess we could have made your mark on their creature. That was dumb. Forgot you can use it on your opponent's creatures. Karok Wrangler, uh-oh. They're setting up. Well, we could make them spend their time putting on the Zephyr boots. Better get this down just in case. Necroblossom Snarl. See how much do they play out their hand? Do they slow roll on us? Do they held back spells? One's got a lot of colors. The Cody deck? Like all Magecraft and spells? They just didn't get their spells? Mage Duel. Right when we're not holding up Make Your Mark too. They probably don't have another spell unless it's another Mage Duel. This costs 2 to equip. Okay, another land. Too bad that thing didn't survive. They expand Anatomy on it. They really don't have a good block. Maybe should have also attacked with Plarg. Make Your Mark and the Infuriate. Our best hope is to win in the air here. Looking for specimens, sure. Environmental Sciences, they need more land? They just want to gain life and trigger. They got Is it a bounce spell? Doesn't seem to be. They gotta put that in the air. We can bounce that creature and win, I think. Post guide. X equals, oh no, they have to choose, so we don't get to target bounce that. Let's just wait on that. Do we have anything in our graveyard that would help us get through there? Maybe the expanded anatomy? They're going to be able to make that thing huge, though. Let's just get this trample thing here. And we'll have multiple creatures that can get through for a lethal next turn. Over to you, opponent. They could attack with the Dragon's Guard Elite. We'd be forced to chump block it. I guess if they drew something that gave it trample. Oh, that's something. That's a heck of a draw. Don't think it saves them. Good game. Should usually wait for the person who's going to lose to good game first. Alright. A little bit ugly, but we'll take it. Up against Scarpo Marks. Got Plarg again. We'll get down. It's green. Get down the Pledge Mage. Kind of flooding out here. I won't Plarg down. Trickster. Down the Pledge Mage. Not even scared of it. Kill the opponent. But yet, hey, elemental summoning. Got that next turn. I'm gonna decline. Got a big hit here next turn. Opponent plays nothing. Oh yeah, they got nothing. They're digging. Strategery. You know, George W. Bush never said strategery. That was Will Ferrell making up a George W. Bush sounding word. Okay, so they have 2 blue mana up. We're gonna just go like this. Getting a big hit now. Next turn we could bounce whatever they play. Get another big hit. He's got all the lands. Get more if they like. Oh, did they concede or? I don't know what happened there. They blew up quick. Okay. Our deck looked devastatingly good there against a Low Quandric start. It's Plarg in every hand is kind of day. May you too draw Plarg in every opening hand. Okay, Silver Quill, but they haven't played anything the first 2 turns. A little scary. They could easily just do the +2/-2 thing here. On our Plarg, Pilgrim of the Ages. Yeah. This is the slower Silver Quill build. We are bow fluted. Play that and pass. Get in one of these islands for a another card. The old Plargaroony. Humiliate. Okay, I guess that's our Barian books gone. Biblioplex Assistant can put it back on top of the library, though. Okay. Best of blockers. Inclined to just block here. Your first year, sure. Try to beat him in the air. Save this Barian books maybe for a flyer. Going to learn. Getting an inkling summoning, perhaps? No, environmental sciences. Using a lot of their Magecraft triggers. Okay. Well, maybe they were just splashing one of these colors. Interesting. Earned pass collar. What are they gonna get back? Guiding voice, sure. Prismari apprentice. Sparring Regimen, that's a good card. Link Summoning, yeah. Huh. Okay. Well. I think we might have it next turn. Opponent got aggressive. Guess we don't quite have. We'll have 7. Okay, still had enough to guide and voice there. Ooh, but we can do the Flamepainter. We get Elemental Summoning, Expanded Anatomy. We have a better chance of double spelling with Expanded Anatomy. Another chance to learn here too. Deadly Vanity. Yeah, okay. Nice. Can't play around that card. Get creatures. The Flamepainter is our best shot here. Hit us for 7. They will hit us for 7. This game really turned around on us. Need to pull that trample card here. So they block with the first year and the thing. I think they just got us. I think they've just got us here. See how they block. Know what I could get. I guess, yeah, Enthusiastic Study would. Oh, they're gonna block like that. They still win though. Yeah, okay, there's block on everything. Wait, can I take out both the flyers though? I think they made a mistake there. They're at 1. You get 2 blockers down. Land is helpful. It's not going to be enough. Would have needed some kind of removal thing there, I think. With a -4, -0. Do we have one of those still in the deck? Yeah. Good game. Wow, getting got by what even is that card? It's like 8 mana. Oh, it's got quite the... Exiled? Where is it? Oh, it's the back of this one, yeah. 8 mana. Yeah, that's... Ooh, tough beat. When it had played that perfectly. Almost had him. So close. There were a couple draws, a couple outs we still had. Okay. A good curve. Against Andrew. Hi, Andrew. Known many Andrews in my life. Most of them excellent people. Okay, will you give us a creature to tap down? The Kavestian. They got a Frostrix. That's no fair. Prismari command. Yikes. Good card. We've had to discard 2 actual cards, so they must be choked on land. Oh, 2 learn cards too. Well, I'm not too confident that this flame painter is going to survive. Yep. Any spells in the graveyard yet? This Biblioplex Assistant is gonna give it something to get right now while the opponent's tapped out. We'll win this race here. Oof, not with land. So I can play this and hold up Arcane Subtraction. I like that idea. That's the turn. Faster on that. Opponent's thinking hard about this attack. Blockers. Double up on there. Might have been safer to double up on the Frost Trickster, but yeah, we should have doubled up on the Frost Trickster. They might have removal here. Get big fractal summoning. I think their hand's almost out of action. We're not sure. Big fractal summoning. Gonna have to win on the ground, not the air here. Make a 5/5. They're tapped out. We'll be in trouble if they cast a big old spell here. Tempted by the Auric. Yikes. Yikes, Arena. That might just be it for us. We could put down the Biblioplexus system. We can chump the 5. So we could get him for 5. They'll be at 6. We get back the fractal summoning. Packs. I know we've got the enthusiastic study. Maybe that'll hold off their air power. Maybe getting the -2, -0 would have been a better idea. They land, that's good. Pretty confident attack by them. Oh, yikes. I can't even do this plus expanded anatomy. Go down to 1. If they have nothing. Good game. Oh, this deck is sinking fast. Serpentine curve. Yikes. Picture. Alright. That is the game. That is the game. One it outcarded us. Just can't seem to get a Prismari deck that clicks here. Alright, any game could be our last. Green smile, go easy on us. Apprentice, don't like to see that. So we'll play the Golem because it has blocks on that. Researcher, don't like to see that. We should have some good double strike crackbacks here. Eventually. Take some hits. So we would trade the Reflective Golem for the Blood Researcher. That means if they attack, that means they've probably got some instant speed way of gaining life. So we're unfortunately just gonna have to take it. Maybe we can get him to hold that back though, and then we can bury it in books. Daemogoth, Woe Eater. Whoa. Alright, so I think we gotta play this just to hold up burying books. Tactical Mage and the Flamepainter here. Got some trick. Snakeskin Veil. Or it'll be 4/4, but we'll kill the Flamepainter. Alright, back to your hand with you. Do the Twin Scroll Shaman, hold up Enthusiastic Study. Or I could get in with the Flamepainter, cast Bury in Books. Get a big hit in. I'm too low on life though. Play it conservatively. I'd end up having to discard this Flamepainter. That Woe Eater. Tenured Inkcaster. Oosh. Okay. That will just kill me. As to blockers. Okay, so Twin Scroll Shaman. Four, 3. A block like that. I can only kill one of those. Oosh. Green Smile, you're not going easy on me. Now they're damned if they do, damned if they don't block here. They're gonna get a task 2 more spells. We should put this other flame painter down. What? They conceded. Okay, I'll take it. Keeping it rolling here with the Prismari. Thought we were done for. At the very least, we got to see the flame painters go off, and that was a heck of a thing to see. The goalkeeper. Our goal is to get more wins, goalkeeper. 4 more wins. You stand in our way. Keep this as a slow hand. See if goalkeeper also slow. Mulligan. Infuriate. Black white. Agonizing remorse. I think if I'm them, I take the flame painter. Yep. Well, that was a nice draw for us. Yeah, I'm gonna get it down. Serpentine Curve is not really a 4-drop, is it? Now, if I played that, this would be cheap, but we'll just do this. We are not going to block. We can infuriate. Good for 8. Spectacular Mage. Now our Serpentine Curve will be a 2/2. Will be a 4/4. Just must have patience. No blocks. We do this, and a Pigment Storm next turn can win. Yeah, they're tapped out. Let's just do it. Power of Double Strike. Your move, goalkeeper. Don't play Novice Dissector. Don't play Stonebinder's Familiar. We don't know what their pool was, obviously. So, even Spiteful Squad is a bit iffy. Agonizing Remorse is good. Be okay. You know, sacrificing the Spiteful Squad. The Giant Novice Dissector, that would mess up our Pigment Storm plan. They're 2 though, they need an air blocker. Devastating Mastery. Oh. The opponent had a plan. Guess that does actually slow us down. bought themselves a turn. What are they gonna do with it? Schmaboink. Ranked up. Gold tier 3. Alright, here we go, here we go. 4 and 2. Gotta get that 5 wins. Get back our gem entry. Against the Goblin King, good luck. No kidding. The old all spells hand. And opponent's going first. I'm gonna keep it. Lots riding on you, Twin Squirrel Shaman. Honor Troll. No big deal. These Amari Campus. Right, so I guess we want to have a. We're gonna want to hit that on red, so let's just go like this. See what they do. Have the removal. That's willing. You can arcane subtract it. Learn. Otherwise, our guy's gonna die, right? Would it just be removed from combat? No, it's gonna be reduced to 0, so yeah, okay. Save our shaman. SOS. Sending out an SOS. Sending out an SOS. We've got multiple choice on 5, so let's keep the anatomy. God's Willing is rare. Hard to play around. Weird they didn't do anything though with their mana other than hold up God's Willing. Even that Honor Troll. Equals 4. Are there any flash creatures in white, green, or black? Arian books. I will keep that. Thank you. Choose a player. For a big 2. Plunk. Okay. One, it seems to be a Abzan control deck. And the big play seems to be this Honor Troll. Cast Expanded Anatomy into this open mana. Attack. damage. I want to learn. Mental summoning. Could have put expanded anatomy on it, I guess. Full hold pledge mage, yeah. Okay, it's a good reason to keep arcane subtraction around. Not getting in. Take it. Okay, nice. And they got lots of mana up. And why is he not playing expanded anatomy? Pledge mage, that's arcane subtraction on it. Get a big ol' fractal. Another 4/4. If you please. Uh-oh. Getting back flunk, maybe? So as long as I keep 4 cards in hand. Draw a double striker. I may regret using that, but that infuriate. Good game. All right, 5 wins. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Prismari up against Sanka Coffee. Thank you, Lee. Yeah, pump spell plus some double strikers plus frost trickster. It's a bit slow. Okay, good. We got the pledge mage down. Black white, that may be useful against it. Get a double striker down. Doom blade. Rare. This is the thing, there's so much more removal running around because of all the cards that are in the Mystic Archive. Hope to draw land. Nope. No blocks because we have arcane subtraction, so we can maybe get him on that some point. Pledge mages, Stonerise Spirit. We are stuck on lands. Yeah, so what's our play here? We want the Prismari Apprentice down. Doesn't, I guess it maybe makes it so if they don't have a spell, then they don't attack with the pledge mages, because we'll trade our apprentice for it. Really stinks that we didn't get land. They've got a spell. We're going to take some hits in the air here. Uh-oh. Extra hits in the air. Okay, guess we've got no choice really. The 8. We play this. I think we're pretty much dead though. Feel like we had that low of a curve, but I'm telling you these okay, that's damn. These Silver Quill decks are quite good. They get a draw like that. There's not much you can do unless you've got early interaction. Oh, we didn't get any of the red deal damage spells. I think we passed one of them early on before we knew we were in red. Anyways, still a respectable 4 wins here. Revise your thumbs up and thumbs down accordingly. Infuriate. Maybe make your mark not that great. Make your marks would have been really good in that last game. Pledge Mage, Apprentice. Enthusiastic Studies were generally great for us. Opponent just had like the fast removal against us in that last game, and we did not have any removal for them. Nurse's Rage would have helped us out. Lots of stuff. Even Buried in Books would have helped us out there in that last game. Could have bounced something back. So, multiple choice when we fired that off was as good as advertised. Making lots of things. These Flame Painters were fantastic. Definitely, if you just get past 2 of these, pick them up. They are just ridiculously good, and they will eat your opponent's removal if nothing else. Collective Golem, we didn't ever get that to go off in this. I wonder if we just had too many 3-drops. Last game we would have been better off with a Befuddler, that's for sure. Over one of these 3-drops. Well, anyways, thanks for joining me here in the attic. If you watched this far, tell me about yourself. How'd you get into Magic? I learned to play with Revised and with some friends in junior high, I think it was. Would have been grade school even. I don't know. Good times. Now I'm back in it as a dad, so appreciate you joining me here in the attic. Remember, Magic is a game so fun, even dads can enjoy it. Adios.